Hello, today we're going to show you how to get the deviant that allows you to increase your melee damage for those of you that may want to just play this game melee as a challenge or something. So this is the Enchanting Void deviant, and it increases your melee. Alright, to get this, we just have to play Securement Silo Theta and do the secondary objective in here. It won't tell you about it, so you just have to be able to find it. So we'll go through it real quick. It's actually really easy to do. Alright, of course, make sure to loot everything in here so you can get supplies. You can get about 25 plastic and some materials that may break down into the plastic as well that we need, well, in this dungeon. Now, basically, we just got to clear our way to the through here. It's nothing really complex. A bunch of zombies running around. And we're just doing this on normal just to show you. You can do it on hard if you want to get better loot at the end of this. I'm going to be trying this on alpha at some point as well to see if I can do it solo, but the alpha says you need like 4 players, all level 60. So you can kill these guys for experience if you're not max level yet, or just move on and leave them there. They'll leave you alone. As you make your way through this dungeon, I think they will pop out of the water like that on different directions. So if you see one coming out of the water, you probably have some behind you as well, so keep an eye out for that. And basically this dungeon just keeps you going the same direction for a while. So it's not you're not going to really miss out on this just yet. You notice we keep coming into these dead-end rooms or tunnels that all combine together. So we're not really... So there is a point where there will be a split, and it's pretty obvious what it is. Alright, in this room where you kill the 3 nest eggs that we just killed, this is where they... Oh, hit that barrel behind me. Huh. No, they can do that. Okay, this is where the split is at. You have 2 directions you can go in here, right? There's some loot up there. There's just a ladder right in the middle. On the other side of that, they'll let you go up there and get that loot. Anyway, there's a door here. Looks like this. Well, the rags around it. And then there's the tunnel that direction that has the spitting wall things, whatever that is, it's spewing that nasty liquid. That direction is the correct way to go to beat the dungeon, but to get the deviant, we need to go through here. Alright, once you're in here, you can turn this statue. You see how that wall has an X on it? Alright, if we turn the statue, that wall opens up, and now it's a path to go through. Alright, and then our path back here is blocked, but now there's some more loot back here that wasn't here when you walked through before. Or if it was, I didn't notice it the first time. Anyway. Alright, and then at the end of the tunnel, you're going to come into this room that has these statues in it. And as you can see, we can see a deviation through the water here. You can't really mess with it. It's kind of cool looking, gross looking, but this is kind of neat, right? It's kind of a cool concept. And if you notice from certain angles, we can see the reflection of the statue in the water. All right, what you want to do is you want to line these statues up with their reflections. So we're going to start on the left side, so we can show you how to do that. It's very simple, but if you don't want to just watch the reflections, we'll show you. Turn this guy twice, right? The first one here on the left twice. 1, 2, and now it matches the reflection. All right, this guy's going to be turned 3 times to match his reflection, which is his back to us. And then I'm also telling you this because what if I'm not sure how randomized this is, if these statue directions are the same for everyone, or if it changes periodically for different players, or maybe through different seasons. So make sure you're lining them up with the reflection. So that one we turn 3 times. Alright, then this statue, we need to line them up with that. I believe it's going to be 2 times. 1, 2. Yeah, so standing like that. That's how they stand in the reflection. And again, this one needs to match the reflection, which is the back to us where we're facing. So it's going to be 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Oops, I turned it too many times. But yeah, 3 times. There we go, get it back to where it's supposed to be. Alright, and this one needs to be facing the deviation. So that looks like it's going to be 2 times. 1, 2. All right, and yeah, we didn't have to mess with the last one there. So the deviation is up, and then I have this really cool deviation, which if you want to see how to get this one, the Shattered Maiden, let me know in the comments below, and we'll do a video over it. All right, but watch what the Shattered Maiden does. It just runs up and freezes the enemy and does a lot of damage. Now the enemy's frozen, taking a bunch of damage from our Shattered Maiden, and we can just melt the enemy down without any issues. And there we go. We have defeated the enemy. And if we look, sometimes floating around in this room will be deviation. We didn't get it when we killed him this time, but we did get it on another time. So this is the deviation floating around right here, as you can see. Alright, and that's how you'll farm this deviation. Of course, you can spend a controller to get some more loot from this one, and we got the pistol this time. I believe we got a piece of armor last time, but I could be wrong about that. So this is a way to come in and get some mods and weapons as well, just to get extra mods and weapons while you're running this dungeon, and some Stardust. If you found this video useful so far, go ahead and smash that like button. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how to finish the rest of this dungeon. Alright, so to get back out of the dungeon, you turn the statue, and it lets you, yeah, it opens the gate back up and closes that door, lets you get back into the dungeon. And we're going to go ahead and show you how to finish the rest of this dungeon. It's a fairly simple one. I mean, it's not, you just go through here, get past these. When you go past them, these guys crawl up out of the ground. They'll be behind you and in front of you. There'll be a lot of them. So beware of that. Don't get caught standing in the middle of them and shooting one direction while they come up from behind you from another direction and grab you. You can take quite a bit of damage here if you're not careful. I suggest doing what I just did, rushing through and then turning around and killing them. Alright, then once you've cleared them, make your dreams come true. Alright, once you finish clearing them, you just go in there, and there's no real twists or turns in this dungeon. It's just pretty much straight up. And this part here is a jump puzzle-ish, I guess. You can just jump across. Alright, but if you don't want to do the jumping part, or you don't like it, there's a ladder over there for you as well. If you use that ladder, you'll have to fight some stuff down in there, and watch out for these. They put off a little stink cloud around them. So make sure to take those out before walking past them. Alright, but the jump puzzle is fairly simple. But will have to watch out for the guy spitting here and time your jump correctly for that. If you get to the end, you still take damage. And while taking damage may not be a big deal, if you're running this a lot and you keep taking damage like that, you'll be ruining your armor, right? So you have to spend resources to repair that. You'll be having to take activators. As you know, activators are probably one of the lowest loot things in the game that I've found so far. I think a lot of other stuff is easier to get than activators. Yeah, and then the main boss just spawns in this room here, so make sure to take out these green pods or whatever these are. Yeah, and so they don't bother you while you're running around fighting the boss. So you can just run around and dodge them, fight them, and if you have the maiden, you can freeze them, and makes it much easier to kill. Especially if you get lucky and it freezes them while they're leaning forward with their head open. Unfortunately, I get lucky at the time, so I won't get a lot of extra damage from shooting in between the weak spot, but. And there's going to be a lot of ads. Usually I ignore ads if I can. If they get too close to me or bothering me, then I'll kill them. Faster you kill the boss. Of course, if you're on higher difficulties, you'll want to kill the ads. But as you see, they come back really fast. So oftentimes I just like to ignore them and kill the boss as quickly as possible. And if you're in here with a group, you can always have someone designated to take on the ads. The ads all die when the boss dies. So if you're not max level, this is actually a great way to farm some experience points. As you see, we can kill these guys. While ignoring the boss and Oh, that's cool. I've never seen the Deviation run away like that before. I usually kill them. Didn't know they could teleport away. That's pretty awesome. You see, we already have more. Oh, crap. We already have more Deviations spawning. You may want to make sure you have living armor on as well. That way, if your health drops too low, you don't get killed. Alright, you can eventually get a lot of the ads taken out, and then it'll take a little while. Oh, come back. And when the boss stomps on the ground like that, you can jump over that shockwave. I failed to jump it, but you can. If he does it again, we'll show you. Alright, my Deviation's almost ready to freeze him again. As you can see, though, they well, they're not respawning as fast as they were, so my initial comment about using this to gain a lot of experience might be wrong here. Because usually in a city you can do a loop killing them as they spawn back, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, our Deviation's ready. Let's kill them with it. Okay. Oh, there comes the shockwave, and I didn't jump. But he's frozen. And wow, the Deviation is doing quite a bit of damage on her own. Alright, there we go. That's how you defeat the dungeon. And the loot here at the end is going to be... Last time it was a rifle. Yeah, it's the same rifle, so I keep getting the this rifle at the end here. The MR squid. MG4 MR squid. So go ahead and loot it. So I keep getting this, right? The MGR squid. And some of these are going to have calibrations that we can take and put on other light machine guns. So this is a great place to farm light machine gun calibrations. The higher difficulty, the better mods you'll be getting. If you can do this one, clear this one on alpha, you'll be getting a lot of really good legendary mods that are already leveled up for you. And if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Have an awesome day.